A long time ago, a book called the FNaF Character Encyclopedia was announced, and when the book's cover was revealed, a lot of people were underwhelmed. It looks like a weird YouTube thumbnail, not official FNaF content. However, with the release of the book being very soon, some of my friends have been growing really hyped for the book, excited for the potential lore to be revealed. I never expected the book to actually have lore, but a few days ago, the book was actually leaked, and as it turns out, there is a little bit of lore. So in this video, I'm going to go over all the leaks that I found to be important, but before we do that, I think we gotta address the elephant in the room. We were shown the table of contents, but there is no page for Michael AFTON, the literal main character of the series. Some people were hoping that it would confirm in this book that Mike is actually the Foxy Bro, so the Mike victim debate would just end, and when it was found that there was no page for Mike, some lost hope for that. However, just because there's no Michael page doesn't mean that Mike victim isn't debunked by this book, because there is a page for the crying child. The cool thing about this book is that it actually shows really cool art surrounding these characters, always showing them in a form that we have seen them in the past. The Bite Victim page shows this, a gray ghost with long-ass tear tracks. Not only does this confirm that the Bite Victim's role in the series is as a spirit, debunking Mike Victim, but the fact that it shows the Bite Victim like this indicates that we have seen him like this before. What that means is that the Bite Victim is now absolutely confirmed to be the spirit set free in Happiest Day. The only characters we've ever seen as gray ghosts in FNaF are the missing children, Charlotte, and the spirit in Happiest Day. And when I say gray ghosts, I mean ones like these with the tear tracks. So that means that the Bite Victim has to be one of those three. Of course, he can't be Charlotte, and he can't be one of the Save Them kids either, obviously. So yeah, and that means that he has to be the spirit in Happiest Day, because he's either that kid or he's one of the missing children, in which case he would also have to be the fifth kid, which would mean that he still has to be the spirit in Happiest Day. The theory of the Bite Victim being the fifth kid in the missing children incident is called BV5th, which has the Bite Victim die in the missing children incident, sparking his fear of the animatronics, and then he gets revived by the puppet, only to die in the Bite of 83. Different versions of BV5th have him die in the Bite and then get revived from there, only to be killed in the missing children incident 2 years later. But this one seems far less likely due to FNaF World, the story of which is canon, which Scott said himself. This book could also potentially prove this, as like I said, the Bite Victim is shown as a gray ghost, which the missing children are, but looking at his tears, they look kinda similar to the agony that strings out of Into the Pit Spring Bonnie's eyes. That may be a stretch, but it does look similar, and if that is intentional, it could potentially prove BV5th, since Into the Pit is about the missing children incident. Or it could prove that the Bite Victim is meant to be the 7th victim mentioned in Ultimate Custom Night, as there are 6 victims in Into the Pit, but there's more. The Bite Victim has been highly attributed with Gregory by theorists following the release of Security Breach, and part of that is due to them looking similar. We all know this infamous MatPat image comparing the two, but just because it's very memeable doesn't mean it isn't true. Both have brown hair with the piece falling between their eyes, both wear shorts, and a t-shirt with 2 stripes on it. But what if I told you that this book solidifies the connection between the two? On Gregory's body, there's a lot of strange band-aids just scattered around, and we never actually learn why he has these. One of these band-aids lies on his knee. Now, if we take a look at the art of the Bite Victim in the Character Encyclopedia, we see that he has a band-aid on his knee as well. Coincidence? I think not. Some people have been saying that the idea of Gregory being a robot is debunked by this book as it calls Gregory a human, but on a page talking about both Charlie from the books and Charlotte in the games, it refers to her as a human, and also says that she survives childhood. It's most likely that it's just staying away from spoiling stuff, so calling Gregory a human doesn't really mean anything. So that's most of what is in this book that actually gives us lore, but there are a few more things to talk about. Okay, I said most of it, but that's really not most of it, there's a lot more. That's most of just what I need to actually explain. So yeah, what else is confirmed in this book? What else is implied in this book? Well, Vanessa and Vanny are confirmed to be the same person, and the distortions to Gregory's vision and hearing are canon, and not only for gameplay reasons. Henry has a mullet, very very important to the lore, and is confirmed to have died after FNaF 6, as the location is referred to as his final resting place, and how he intends to remain in the pizzeria as it burns is mentioned in the book as well. The body inside Burntrap is confirmed to be the same body that was inside Springtrap, meaning it's William Afton's body, not someone else's that was just used to create him. The Blob is confirmed to be Molten Freddy after the FNaF 6 fire, as it's said that Molten Freddy appears in Security Breach, and that the Blob has its origins be from Ennard, further supporting the idea of him being possessed by the missing children. Shadow Freddy is confirmed to be Nightmare, as he's claimed to appear in FNaF 4, and Nightmare is a dark and ghostly form of Fredbear who in the files is also named Shadow Freddy. A while ago I had a theory that Circus Baby wasn't originally meant to kill, and actually just did so because because of William's intrusive thoughts and anger as he was making her, similar to the corruption of the fourth Charlie bot by Henry in the books, and was only equipped with murderous features when Circus Baby's entertainment and rental opened up. However, it is now confirmed that this is not the case, and Circus Baby was always designed to kill. It's also confirmed that William didn't intend for Elizabeth to be killed, and that Elizabeth's goal is simply to make William proud. The Springtrap skins in FNaF AR are not just animatronics designed to look like Springtrap, but they are actually real Springlock suits. And finally, we need to talk about whether or not this book has viable information. I made a video a while back on why I don't think the FNaF Ultimate Guide is reliable because while it does get some things right, it gets a lot of stuff wrong, and not only gameplay, but also actual lore it gets wrong. So if it gets some stuff wrong, there's no telling what is right and what's wrong. However, while the character encyclopedia gets a couple things wrong, most of them are just in the appearances of characters, and in most cases it's due to characters being listed as appearing in FNaF AR because they were originally supposed to. There's one mistake that has to do with the art, there's one mistake where it claims Charlie survived childhood, and that's about it. It seems just like the book is trying to stay away from spoiling stuff, and the other mistakes are beyond the control of the writers and more so issues with the artists and Illumix. I mean, a lot of issues with FNaF come from Illumix. Not with FNaF as a whole, but a lot of issues are just caused by Illumix in general. You know, Illumix is an issue. I'm just kidding, guys. Don't hate me. So I think that this book is reliable as of now, but I guess we'll just have to see when it fully releases. And that's everything I want to talk about for this video. There were more pages than just those that were leaked, and probably lore that I haven't seen from the leaks, but I don't want to read all of the leaks because I'm going to be doing a video or two going over literally all of the interesting stuff I find in the character encyclopedia when it fully comes out. So stay tuned for that video, which will be around February 9th or 10th most likely, and if you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys!